Deep in the heart of the Nahanni Valley, nestled within Canada's untamed wilderness, lies a mystery that has baffled treasure hunters and historians for over a century: the legend of the lost McLeod Mine. This isn't just a story about lost gold. It's a chilling tale of disappearance, rumored curses, and a valley that seems to swallow people whole. Our story begins in 1904 with two brothers, Frank and Willie McLeod. Lured by the siren song of the Klondike Gold Rush, they ventured into the remote Nahanni Valley, a place the local Dean people had long warned was haunted. The Dean called the river Nahar Dehi, which translates to River of the People of Nahar, a tribe of fierce mountain warriors who, legend says, vanished without a trace. They believed the valley was protected by spirits and home to strange creatures. Ignoring these warnings, the McLeod brothers pushed deep into the wilderness. For 2 years, there was silence. Then, in 1906, rumors began to trickle out of the north. Prospectors spoke of two brothers who had struck it rich, finding a vein of gold so pure it was like a river of solid sunshine flowing through the rock. They had found their fortune, but their luck was about to run out in the most terrifying way imaginable. The next year, another group of prospectors stumbled upon the McLeod brothers' camp. What they found was not a scene of celebration, but one of eerie silence. The campfire was cold. Tools lay scattered where they had been dropped, but the brothers were gone. After a brief search, their bodies were discovered. They hadn't fallen victim to a bear or the harsh elements. They were found headless. Their heads were never located. This gruesome discovery marked the beginning of the valley's sinister reputation among outsiders, earning it a new name, the Valley of the Headless Men. The story could have ended there, a tragic but isolated incident. But it was only the beginning. News of the McLeod's rich strike, despite its grisly end, was too tempting to ignore. Men, driven by gold fever, continued to brave the Nahanni. One such man was a Swiss prospector named Martin Jorgensen. In 1917, he too ventured into the valley, determined to find the lost mine. His letters home were filled with excitement. He was close, he claimed, to finding the source of the McLeod's gold. Then the letters stopped. A search party later found his camp. His cabin had burned to the ground. Inside, they found his skeleton, and beside it, his rifle. But just like the McLeod's, his skull was missing. Over the years, the body count grew. In 1927, another prospector, known only as Yukon Fisher, was found dead in the valley, also headless. In 1931, a trapper named Phil Powers met a similar fate. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police launched extensive investigations, but they found no evidence of foul play, no tracks, no suspects. It was as if the valley itself was the killer. By the 1940s, the legend was cemented in Canadian folklore. People whispered of ancient curses, of the vengeful spirits of the Nahar tribe, or even of a Sasquatch-like creature guarding the valley's treasures. The mystery deepened as the mine itself seemed to vanish. No one, not even the most experienced prospectors who followed the Micled's supposed trail, could ever relocate their legendary river of gold. It was as if the earth had swallowed it, erasing all traces. So what really happened in the Nahanni Valley? Let's explore the theories. The most logical explanation points to disputes between prospectors. The gold rush was a brutal, competitive world. It's plausible that rival miners, wanting to steal a claim or simply eliminate the competition, were responsible for the deaths. Taking the heads could have been a way to prevent identification or to create a terrifying legend to scare others away. However, this theory doesn't explain the lack of evidence. The Nahanni is vast and wild, but experienced trackers from the Mounties found nothing, no footprints, no signs of a struggle, nothing to suggest a human attacker. This leads us to the more supernatural explanations. The Dean legends speak of spirits that guard the valley. Could the Micleds and the others have trespassed on sacred ground, awakening an ancient guardian? This idea, while fascinating, is impossible to prove. Then there's the cryptid theory. The Nahanni Valley is a prime location for tales of Bigfoot, or as the Dean call it, the Bushman. Could a large, territorial and intelligent creature be responsible for defending its home against intruders? It would explain the strength required for such gruesome acts and the panability to disappear without a trace in the dense wilderness. Perhaps the most compelling theory ties back to the landscape itself. The Nahanni Valley is geologically active, riddled with caves, sinkholes, and hot springs that release sulfuric gases. Some believe the lost mine might have been located near one of these geothermal vents. The prospectors could have succumbed to carbon monoxide or hydrogen sulfide poisoning, which can cause hallucinations and disorientation before death. Scavenging animals, like bears or wolverines, could then have been responsible for scattering the remains and carrying off the heads. This would explain the lack of a human culprit. But even this scientific explanation has its holes. Why would it happen repeatedly over decades? And why the consistent pattern of decapitation? And most importantly, where did the gold mine go? Landslides are common in the region. It's entirely possible that a massive rock slide simply buried the Micled's mine, hiding it forever beneath tons of rock and soil. To this day, the Nahanni Valley National Park Reserve is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its stunning beauty and geological wonders. But beneath that beauty lies a dark history. The exact location of the lost McLeod mine remains one of Canada's greatest unsolved mysteries. Countless expeditions have tried and failed to find it. The valley continues to guard its secrets and perhaps its gold. What do you think happened? Was it greedy prospectors, a vengeful spirit, a territorial beast, or a freak of geology? The truth, like the headless bodies of those who sought their fortune, may be lost to the wilderness forever. The story serves as a chilling reminder that some treasures are best left buried and some places are best left alone. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by mysteries like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the unknown. See you next time.